Welcome back to the Caribou Data Science channel. Today is September the 22nd, 2020. And I'm actually getting ready to run my report, my COVID-19 report for the state of Ohio, which is a state in the U.S. where I live. Let's just see what we got here. Okay, let's clear out the old data. Come back up here and change the date. Load our libraries. Plot our first plots. Okay, so here's what it looks like for Ohio. This is good news. We had a nice period declines here, following by a small peak, and it now appears that we're actually resuming our decline, our declining cases, as far as the 14-day moving average says. And you can see that this is lower. This is clearly lower than this peak up here, and it's also lower than this up here. So I'm going to put that in the good news column. Uh, Here we see the days, the deaths by day, a spike here last week, but overall it's remaining kind of flat, even a slight decline here. So let's take a look at the weekly numbers, see if we can glean anything from that. Well, cases, like I say, are continuing to fluctuate between 6 and 8,000, 6 to 7,000 on the average. But 10 days ago, I'm not sure that we'll catch last week's number in cases for Ohio. Deaths, as you expected, a spike last week. Actually, this was the third week in a row that the deaths have increased. So that's not particularly good. Take a look at the monthly numbers. Ohio monthly numbers are actually looking pretty good. I say there's a fair to middling chance that September cases will not catch the total for August. And there's a fair chance that also that Ohio will not catch its September deaths will not catch the August deaths with only 10, 11 days to go. Let's skip the monthly means. Let's just take a look over here. So the number of cases, the top 5 countries with total cases in the last week, not last week, but the last 7 days, looks like this. Okay. Franklin, of course, Franklin, of course, is leading the pack as always with Hamilton, Montgomery second and third. Deaths for the last, this seems a little suspicious to me. Did you really only have one death for the last 8 days? Okay, but anyway, what's this? Franklin County daily cases and deaths. New spike here, but you can see we're currently in the midst of a second spike for cases right here, even though we have a little downtrend here. As far as deaths, this says that deaths are spiking upwards again. So that's not particularly good. That's not a particularly good situation. So let's run this report from the top. Okay. And that finishes the report for the state of Ohio for September 22nd, 2020. Okay, let's come back up here. Look at Ohio weekly cases. Let's just do the months. Okay, okay. So that takes care of the state of Ohio. So that takes care of for the state of Ohio. Thanks so much for stopping by. It's kind of a mixed bag. Uh, what's going to happen to? It's kind of a mixed bag as to what's really going to happen over the next week with cases and deaths for Ohio. Uh, there's definitely a spike in cases, but the spike in deaths, or maybe even a little decline in deaths, could follow the national trend. So let's take a look at one more Israel next.